Shows up, babe. Babe. Hand, yeah, hand it over here.
The Irish crack. I used to call it crack because if you look at it, it's not C-R-A-C-K, it's C-R-A-I-C, isn't it? C-R-A-C,
Yeah.
Which are, you know where the word
Yeah, I made it last night.
check, as in, write someone a check. How would you spell that? C-H-E-Q-U-E. That's it. But not many people spell it like that. I've had so many rows with people yeah. No, it's C-H-E-C-K. No, that's an adjective, isn't it? That's an adjective. You check your pockets and check. Alright, well, I said, well, just send in the fucking C-H-E-C-K to the big office by tomorrow, will you? We'll close your account.
Eggs here cooked already.
Huh?
Here?
Yeah, they're hard. Cooked already.
Morning, gentlemen.
Hi, Cromwell. How are you?
Huh?
I'm all right. I'm all right, Peter. How you doing, man?
Not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Not been up for long. But
Man.
just about realising that it's all real.
It's all real, yeah. Is it?
Every day it's all real again, isn't it? And,
I was just thinking this morning, it is real, yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, swimming in the pool, have a nice cup of coffee.
oh, beautiful,
wandering
man.
around in my underpants, not freezing cold. That's real.
That's awesome, mate.
Mate, I should have done it years ago, Anyway.
I lived in Tenerife briefly for about 2 years when I was younger. That was a lovely experience. And I came home for essentially scrambled eggs, proper scrambled eggs, and the food. I missed it for a bit.
Yeah,
But,
that's the only
while I
thing.
was there, it was just, and you don't notice aches and pains and that, do you?
When you're abroad.
No, when you're in the proper heat, the warm season. That.
Yeah. It's taken me a long time to acclimatize,
Yeah,
I'm not drinking enough water.
Yeah, that's the key. Like,
Mm.
you need liters and liters because it all leaches out of you for the first.
That's exactly it.
You'll get.
I said to myself, I'll give up drinking for a week.
Yeah.
Just to get back on track,
Right. Yeah, because it helps.
it's a dangerous habit, you know.
It can be.
You can't
Never
go to the
truly
shops to get
gripped me, but
extra
other
having a
things
pint.
have.
Huh?
It's never really gripped me, the drink, but other things have nearly. You know what I mean? So,
Morning,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
hello, Mr. Tools.
Good man, cool tools.
How's it going?
Well, I'm liking being gay.
Now then, Cromwell, we're just doing the introduction for the early morning live. So
Awesome.
you'll just have to be patient while the intro gets played. Nice to see you, Doyle. Nice to see you, Cromwell. Who we got in the chat? We got Tom in the chat. Let's relax a minute.
What's that, Cromwell? Have you just turned gay, did you say?
Apparently, everyone's claiming that I am, right? So I thought I'd wear it with pride.
Right.
Yeah, that's something
Imagine
monkey.
being in Ibiza at Pikes right now as the
Oh,
sun
yeah.
comes up.
Right, huh?
Oh, it's a stark contrast to the skies above me.
Yeah, it was recorded at Pikes in Ibiza. What a place that is. Jesus.
That's one place I've never been.
That's
Yeah,
where
I've
we
never
need to
been
be
either.
going for a little
No.
holiday.
Been to Tenerife a few times, all right. Where did you
That was
live
lovely when I was
there,
there.
Cromwell?
I was in just outside of. Well, I was in Los Cristianos when I started there, but then we moved down to a place called Playa de Paraíso and got a little apartment there.
Paraiso, right.
Not really exclusive, like we were quite young. We didn't have loads of money.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
an eye opener for us.
As the sun starts to come up. Well, guys, nice to see you all. I just
How you
thought I'd
doing,
put
man?
this
There,
one
mate.
on.
15 when you say 15 minutes.
Sorry if you can hear the kettle, but it's on the go at the moment. It's a bit loud.
But no, good to see you all. So what's been going on?
Well, I've been doing my best to stay out of other people's beefs, like that for some reason they keep getting brought into it and that again.
I'm
So
afraid that's my kind of situation as well.
Yeah. But I mean, life goes on at this end regardless, and everyone's fine here. Like we're all having a jolly good time. This little thing keeps dragging us back in, like so it's sort of become,
unfortunately,
like a wart. Do you know what I mean? You keep cutting it off, and it keeps growing.
It's a bit mad. I mean, to be honest, I'd made an agreement with a certain chap that he wouldn't mention me. This has been on the vent. In front of a lot of people when and the deal was he would
was this when he was getting his bollocking off somebody that was real
and I wouldn't mention him.
Then
there was a live about a week ago and I was talked about quite in depth.
I ended up getting sick. It's amazing how these people with nothing to talk about apart from other people's misery keep popping up again and again and again. You're like one of them rats in a, you keep smacking them rats at a fair with the hammer and they keep popping up out the holes. You keep hitting them, but they're always
what's it called? Whack-a-mole or something?
Whack-a-mole, that's it.
You've been playing that all his life, haven't you, Doyle?
So I've started playing whack-a-mole now.
Yeah.
But I do it with all the girls that are chasing me, to be honest. I've got to knock them back.
Imagine being that awful of a creature that you cared about.
Unfortunate though that people get labelled for being
I've never been bothered about labels.
I made the deal and I stuck to it.
You did. So I didn't poke anybody. I got sent a message the other morning saying Galbin, God bless him, had been goaded into calling out a few names, and I understand why he did it because we've had messages off a third party, and we understood why things were done. And I don't want to bring his name into it because he's a good man. Yes, I think he's an intelligent gentleman, and that's the last I'm going to say on him.
Don't you think, though? It's a bit silly, isn't it?
Grown men
to continue it.
I must have missed something. I didn't hear the last.
It's a bit
Record
silly,
one.
isn't it, to
I've
continue
downloaded
it?
it, but I haven't listened to it yet.
No, I
You
don't
know,
even want to keep going on about it. Like, but
Yeah, it's a load of bollocks.
there's more
really. I mean,
important things, isn't there? You know,
6
like.
weeks
there is
ago,
like.
What do you think about that woman that's gone missing? Do you know who's
I
picked
think
up the
I
case?
think there's something dodgy with them at that, mate.
Crime scene to courtroom's picked up the case, hasn't he?
Yeah, I've seen him being cover it. No, the dog got found.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, the
Well-
thing that's strange is this girl has gone missing in a 10-minute window and of time in a place where it's really fucking hard to go missing, and they just can't find her. She's 100% gone. I don't think they're gonna find her. To be fair, it's just one of those.
I canoed that once, yeah, the River Wye.
Yeah,
Canoed the whole thing practically, and
Mhm.
to be honest, in places,
It's
literally,
not the Wye.
it
It's
wouldn't
not the
go
Wye.
over
It's the
the
Wire.
rim of
She's
your
on.
train.
It's the
10
Wire. It's a
seconds of
different
no
river.
witness. No witnesses.
It's a different
It
river. You're
wouldn't-
thinking, Cool Tools.
Pardon?
It's the Wire, not the Wye. If you're
Oh,
thinking about the Wye,
yeah.
it's got some really fast places on it and some wide bits.
Yeah,
It's not. It's the
it's
Weir.
very
The Wire.
varied.
Yeah,
I
it's not the
remember
one you're
places
thinking
that
of,
wouldn't
mate.
go over the rim of your trainers, and then other parts that were, totally deep,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
there's rocky bits, fast rapids, all kinds. But
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
that's not the
think
one you're on.
it's the type of. No, we're in a group. I don't think it's a type of place that somebody's going to get taken miles and miles away very quickly.
No, it's not fast enough to go
Not
out
at the
to the
spot
sea.
where
No,
she was.
no, they've had a
Is it
geezer in
near
there.
a
Like,
motorway or a road?
not really. No. She's only near an A road and two B roads. It's a few minutes to a junction for a major road from there for a pickup or something. She'd have had to go up on a helium balloon. She'd have had to have a balloon pre-tied to a tree, just clip it on and go, ha ha, boom, straight up in clouds. It's the only way I can think of.
Yeah, I
Only
think
animals
she's
can talk, huh?
gone of her own accord.
Yeah,
but
unless
been
there's
kidnapped.
Well, you don't know, do you?
I believe
You
kidnapping.
don't know. I do know a lot of people go missing in the UK every year that don't get reported. They're not
They
usually
do,
as
don't
lucky
they?
to be seen. Yeah.
It just seems too kind of like this. There was
Do you
no
remember that
sign of
RAF
somebody
guy going missing somewhere
slipping in.
similar? Can you remember that RAF guy, that programmer going missing a few years ago in a similar area? He just went for a jog one morning and that's it. And then they're literally no fucking sight and a sound of him ever again. Similar circumstances.
What, a fit bloke out jogging?
Yeah, just a bit bloke jogging, this, that, the other. He was
there's
seen
no
by someone.
sign
There
of
was a
her falling in.
6-minute window, and it was just down by a little brook somewhere. I'll try and find some details of it when I've got a copy. But yeah, again, a huge search. This, that, the other, bigger than that one because military involved as well, and not a sight, the sound of him. He's gone off the face of the bloody earth.
What about that Julian Sands? Are they going to find him?
There you go.
100 pieces, probably.
Madness.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people turn up in mince form, don't they? That's the trouble.
Yeah.
You don't know who you don't. She might have just been a little programmer or something. You don't know. Well, what's going on with Russia? People discount all this stuff as well. What did she do for a job? Could be anything.
She worked from home, didn't she? I don't know what she did.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't like to. Everything from little green men to a kidnap, innit?
Yeah.
Or she might have just decided to,
It is odd, like, isn't it?
It's the police reaction that's made everybody speculate. It's them not going to their usual forms and that, coming out looking harassed and haggard, saying there's definitely no third party, but we've also got no evidence. It's like, hold on a minute. You've spent like 70 years telling us, you do it this way. So that's why everyone's asking questions, because they're not doing it
company
normally.
offered their services.
Yeah, he's been there since yesterday, apparently. He got helicoptered in.
Right.
There's a couple of guys that I know from the Grimsby boating place where me and my son, we're paid up river members and that. We go out quite a lot on the boats and canoes and stuff in the year. And there's a couple of guys that clear the river at Grimsby and that. They're part of the proper people. They've gone down to help assist in the search as well.
Where's
Yeah.
Grimsby? Yeah, it's the North Sea, is it?
Yeah. Grimsby
Yeah,
takes you
coast.
for the North Sea, opposite Hull on the other coast. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Morning, George.
You can't believe everything Sacha Baron Cohen said about the place.
Yeah.
Good film though. Just made me laugh.
Wow.
I
And
bet it's warmer where you are. But yeah.
where they were saying it was Lancashire.
Yeah, it's just across Lancashire, isn't it? That's why I'm saying it's not the River Wye you're thinking. I think it's the Wyre with an R in it.
Yeah.
The River Wye is a lot more, deadly, dangerous tidal
Well,
at times.
all
Although it
kinds,
is lovely to canoe down, but yeah, you get a couple of times a year when
Yeah.
it gets a little bit higher, or if it's had some rain upstream, it
That's
can
what
be a
was
bit
making me
spicy on
think.
there.
Somebody said that Lancashire, and I thought, first of all, somebody said Essex,
Yeah.
but it's not Essex, is it?
No.
It's Lancashire.
Yeah,
But that
sure,
was
it's
on a news
Lancashire.
report. That
Midwest
went on
coast.
There's some
And
really
it's 15
bad
miles
news
from the
came
sea,
out.
wherever she is. She's 15 miles inland.
Yeah. News reports.
It's strange. Some people are going missing in Dublin or North Wicklow. End up on the coast of Wales.
I'm with
That's
you.
kind
Yeah.
of strange.
Brecon
That's
Beacons is one of the
different, though.
most
The River Shannon's
biggest
like
part
a
of it.
proper river, isn't it? It's God knows
Yeah.
how deep, God knows how wide. Beautiful river.
Yeah, a bit like the Trent up this end.
Plenty of depth. It's depth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hides the people, and then
It's the longest in the
works
what did you
its
say?
way
British
towards the
Isles.
sea. Whereas that river ain't like that.
No.
For
I
what's
mean, there's
been
a
described
couple
and
of
what I can see.
little weir pools down the one which has apparently gone missing. There's a couple of little weir pools and a couple of like underhung bends and things like that they'll have to.
Why haven't they put a drone up and just gone along the river with a camera looking down?
Well, they could have had LiDAR going either side of the water on the banks, and a little thing being pulled underneath straight away. You thought they'd have got on that straight away.
What I mean is, like, just a drone flying along the river would have given them an idea. Because she had clothing on. So the clothing will show up, won't it?
Something would, you'd have thought, yes. She was wearing nearly all bloody black, like dark blue and black, apart from a bobble hat.
Still, clothing fills up, doesn't it? When
fills up, gets snagged.
So like the light stuff she had on, that will show up as as much as the dark stuff. I'd say.
You won't be able to rescue
one of those dogs, you reckon?
You never know. Well, that's the most likely thing, isn't it? Without any drama or fucking suspension or everything. That is all. But the dog would dry.
Right.
Yeah, we found it. It's such a small window of time she's gone in.
I tell you what. I bet you. I'd say someone in that caravan park scripted took her to a caravan, trussed her up. Yeah.
You don't know, do you?
No, but you think about it. If you was that sort of person,
Oh right, opportunist thing like
a gang, like a bloody kidnap gang, for sex reasons.
Or it's just one dude, isn't it? Could you just help me a minute, Smack? It's that simple. You know what I mean?
Led her towards the caravan. Walked her there.
Might have had a dog themselves.
Put the phone and the dog there. Took her to a caravan, trussed her up, all the rest of it, and then she's there. And then into the boot of a car at night and off.
But there's going to be some form of a struggle, isn't there?
No phone
even
on
if
her.
It's a little one.
No, she could have gone to the caravan of her own accord originally.
Yeah, because I only found out about that caravan park being there yesterday, to be fair.
Dog talk or something like that. These people are cunning, aren't they? These ones. You've heard of the worst stories, haven't you? Where they took two bloody, like Ian Huntley did, and that.
Yeah, there's nothing worse. This is the thing about that sort of crime. It's like, well, if you're oblivious and somebody's planning your demise, I mean, fucking hell, that is a concept, that, isn't it? When they're actually making plans and you're making breakfast.
Yeah, something like that's happened to her, I think.
Well, over here you can disappear for $200, apparently.
Do you know? I can believe you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I met an Albanian when I lived in Ipswich that would have killed someone for 500 quid here. And it just like, he was like, life is cheap. I'm like, what? You're a crazy man. He's like, yes, that's what a car insurance is for, basically. That was his thing. That's what car insurance is for. This is just a different ballgame in their heads.
Yeah.
It wasn't long
like,
since that No Country for Old Men come out, and I was thinking
No,
you could have literally
that's one of the
played that
best
part.
films I've ever seen.
Genuine.
I mean, if
Genuinely good film, that. Really such good character
I
driven.
never
And There Will Be Blood. Cromwell.
Yeah,
That one.
that's
do
it.
that.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's another one.
Around the same year, actually, 2006. I think.
Yeah.
You know when you've met one.
You know, like
don't you?
it's not difficult, is it?
Yeah, not like these tryhards you get online, like trying to be bad men, and then when they come across a bad men, you can see they're not
Morning,
so bad
Barry.
after all.
Yeah, she could have been tricked to a caravan and then bloody,
Could well have been.
you know, overpowered, gagged, drugged,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, them triads is something else. I worked in a casino in Dublin in the 90s. And one of the Chinese guys went missing, you know.
Gone.
And nobody ordered a Chinese for 2 months after.
Wow.
No sign of it.
Well, I know of a situation down
That's
down
scary,
in Bristol. Same sort of thing. Boom, gone. These people have got restaurants, you see, and big choppers.
Sorry, I had an alarm going off there.
They
The
got
police
restaurants
themselves,
with big
don't they?
choppers.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. That's usually the way it'll go down, won't it?
Up to the Iraq job.
You know, they got chip shops, flipping takeaways, you know, all that.
Yeah.
And they get, you know, undrawn and quartered. But it's like, who would really want to do that to a 45-year-old mother? It's got to be someone like...
Unless there's some real animal, because these people aren't as prolific as you think in areas like that as well. You know what I mean? But like, you know what's happening on boats. There could be anybody living in woods and shit and this at the minute. We had last summer up here. I mean, we're somewhere near the River Humber, but we had 2 people living in our local area in Woodland and that were definitely of spicy origin last year. You with me?
Yeah.
Right.
And there was just the odd one or two at the edge of the village. This, that, the other. There were a couple of odd walking burglaries, and there was this one wolf type man wandering around for quite some time. But, yeah, even this far north. But,
yeah,
you don't know who's hanging out, like, but like there are these sort of people.
What do you think? She just had like she could have had a breakdown in a matter of minutes. People have breakdowns.
Yeah, people do. There is a snapping point when
where
people
they just
snap.
do something, don't they? And they just leave. That's it.
It's just now you've got to fucking look at the amount of resources that are stretching out and time on this thing. We're talking 10 or 11 days nearly now, something like that. And to have literally not one stitch. Anything we can come up with, if we put our heads together, anything that we can come up with, they have put their heads together and come up with a long time before we have. And I just don't understand why there is not one shred of it. It's a little bit odd. Just a little bit odd.
Yeah.
Like Elton John said, my spiritual hero.
I've just got to sort something out.
It's a little bit funny.
Where do you live again, Cromwell? Northampton, is it?
Yeah, I'm just a little place called Binbrook, Lincolnshire.
Lincolnshire, right.
Yeah.
Jeez,
it's a nice little place, to be fair. Ex-Cold War fighter station near here, there is. It's just in the middle of the Lincolnshire Wolds. One shop, one pub.
How far is that from Grimsby?
About 12 miles we are. It's about 12 miles north. We're about 20 miles from Lincoln.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Well,
more
them earthquakes, something now that I got that job offer, didn't I, to help train people that were getting trained for disaster zones. And then a bad earthquake like that. My family go on holiday in Turkey all the time.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. 1,000? Jesus, what 2,000?
Yeah, they say, yeah. My family go there all the time. My
Yeah.
nephews and sister were there
Yeah.
last holiday.
What part of the country is it anyway, geographically? Where is it? I mean, is it
I think it's like near the Syria, near one
right?
of the borders, because Syria's got it as well.
Right. So you're talking west, northwest. No near any
I
of the
don't
food
know,
like
mate. I really
Izmir
don't
or
know.
Istanbul.
Without looking at a map just to jog me, I really don't know.
Yeah.
But
No, that
you know,
was
it's a
that was
massive
our
holiday
go-to
place,
place for
isn't it?
years. Turkey.
I don't
But,
think Istanbul has got it.
well, it's on a fault line as well, so it's prone to it any time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Istanbul.
I don't think Istanbul's got it that bad though. So it hasn't been mentioned.
Right. Yeah. Istanbul.
You know, I heard enough from rumours that were sent out about somebody saying it didn't matter. Jesus.
Yeah. I got pissed in Istanbul airport once and lost my passport. I was on my way to Cyprus.
You're
So
a fucking nightmare.
one of the guards said, "Would you like to stay in the lockup for the night?" And I said, "Yeah, no problem." So I woke up a few hours later, and some gentleman was trying to take my shoes off. You know, I didn't get. Did I get the passport back? No.
That's what I mean. You lost more passports than flipping.
Well, I've been told I'm not getting another one, basically. So I'm minding the one I have now, like it's my shite, because
Where
there
did
won't be
Cromwell
another
drop
one.
off to, the old snake?
Still there.
Cromwell. Anyway.
Hey, Marshall, if you want to say hello to my missus.
Yeah.
Hold on. No, say hello to my
And he drops off.
Still there? Oh yeah, there we are. Thought I dropped out.
You did. And
Oh, did I?
Doyle dropped
I'm back
out as
again.
well. He said, "Oh, do you want to say hello to my missus, Doyle?" And then he disappears.
Oh, I think there must have been a glitch in the matrix there.
She must have disappeared with him.
Or Captain Crunch has got his hackers on us.
I don't know, mate. Probably.
God, he's a heinous. I'm going to speak plainly. He's heinous. And, you know, his mystical fucking rhetoric is literally heinous.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I'm not feeling good
No,
today.
she's not good. No work.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, I
That's
got
Cromwell.
my
I hope you feel better soon.
How's things? Is he behaving himself? Because I'll come
Oh,
round
yeah,
and clip
yeah.
his ear for him.
No drinking for 1 week.
Oh, he's on a ban, is he?
Yeah, he's sticking to it as well.
I'll come round and
looks
clip
serious.
his ear for him. So anyway, I'm glad things are okay, and you seem to be smiling between each other, which is a good thing. And what's your name, love?
Yeah. What's your name, love?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Anne.
Anne.
Anne,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anne.
So
Is that? Are you joking me, Doyle?
No, that's her name, Anne.
Oh, is that their name?
Good Catholic
Well,
name.
lovely to meet you, Anne.
Three-letter name.
My
Three-letter
name's
name,
Marshall.
yeah.
Some people call me Cool Tools. It's a long story.
Marshall is this gentleman's name, but his real name is Cool Tools.
My real name's Cool Tools.
I've got to bake some muffins.
So, what are you up to today, then, Doyle? I'll get round to you in a minute, Cromwell. What are you up to today?
No plans, because like every day is pretty much the same. I don't really work until after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Between 4 and 12 here is
He
between
goes
9
swimming
a.m. and
every
5
morning.
p.m. There.
Morning, Jake.
So if I stay off if I just go to the shop and don't go in the piss and come straight back, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah, you can be a bit naughty when you've had a few too many. You're all right when you've had a few. But you know how it is.
No, but I had a bottle of wine for medicinal purposes.
That's the problem, you see.
Which I shouldn't have done.
Wine and whiskey.
Yeah, or wine and beer. Oh dear.
Make us frisky. I'm not allowed to drink whiskey. You know that, don't you? I'm allowed to drink brandy, but I'm not allowed to drink whiskey.
Well, in fairness, you polished off a bottle one night and you weren't screaming mad. You weren't a screaming mad lunatic.
I got boisterous, but I didn't get. I wasn't nasty
or
anything like that.
No.
Thing is, though, with whiskey, whiskey's the one, isn't it? turn any man that. That's why I'm not allowed to drink it.
But
'Cause
I can't go near. I can't go near the shelf for anything apart from gin.
and wine, well, wine is just the
Mm.
I don't know, the hidden.
Yeah.
You don't imagine wine would do that to you, do you? Flipping, I've never been so drunk
No.
in my entire life with
It
wine.
looks so harmless. doesn't
Cromwell,
it,
why
sitting
do you
there
keep
looking at
dropping
you?
off, you shithead? I'm getting round to you now. I'm going to find out what Cromwell's up to today.
Yeah. I've been told to tell you that the missus gets angry when you get drunk.
Here he is, old Cromwell. Come on. So, what are you up to today?
I've got some muffins to bake this morning because our last runs a warm hub for with another lady from the village. A couple of days a week, they bake muffins up, make a big pot of soup, and they've got the reading room that they've been given. But you know, the old ladies and days and that around here ain't really got any stuff at the minute and struggling.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
enough
So
people,
we do that
don't
today.
do that enough of that type of
Okay.
thing.
Well, that's what we do on Tuesdays, anyway.
Yeah.
And I've got
I applied
homeschool.
to
I
do
homeschool
that
two of
years
the
ago
kids.
for St. Vincent de Paul in Ireland, right? And they were
Yeah.
looking for fucking Garda clearance and vetting and all that shit. Here, forget it. You know.
So, will you be doing pancakes next week then, Cromwell?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Ish,
Got to stick
next week,
something
isn't
to the
it? Show
ceiling.
Tuesday.
It's the
What
11th,
is it,
usually,
Muffin?
around the 11th. It moves every year like Easter.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sad week that for me. I'm gonna try and be happy though with eating a few pancakes on behalf of my mate. Yeah, Lee, it's Lee's memorial, isn't it, Doyle?
Yeah, well, it's your birthday in April, isn't it? That is so.
Yeah, my birthday's in April, but it's Lee's memorial on Valentine's Day, isn't it?
Morning,
Right.
Barry.
Yeah, he passed
You
away
seen
on
what Barry
Valentine's
said there?
Day. So Paddy says he's going to do the memorial for him on Valentine's Day. I believe it might have been the day before, but anyway, it was Valentine's Day when it's recorded as.
My friend at the end of the road's got a massive operation on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
She's
It's
got literally getting opened up from a chin to a hip bone.
He'd be such
a
a
really
pain
big
in the ass,
operation.
could Lee, but I tell you what, he had a lot of
George.
real good art in him and a lot of goodness as well. He knew himself very well. He knew he could be a pain in the ass and a shithead, but he was so
Right,
lovely.
Tom,
Do you know
still
what?
there?
He said something to me when I had my operation, Doyle. It made me cry, mate. You know, we were planning a trip over to Ireland, and he said, "Yeah, but when you come to stay with me," and then someone had discussed with him previously, his flat was upstairs. And obviously I wouldn't have been on the old prosthesis by then. And he said to me, "Don't worry, Cool Tools, you'll be all right. I'll make sure you're all right. I'll give you a fireman's lift up the stairs to my gaff. Don't you worry about it. And I'll go and get your chair from anywhere and I'll push you anywhere and all this." And it was like stuff like that. It's just like, fucking hell, man. Because it's only just happened, you know what I mean? It was like hard to accept. It's still hard to accept, but you know, like when people are like that as well, you know, and a lot of people didn't see always the good in him, but you know, like, and we had a lot of conversations offline as well. And he wanted me to be his first guest on his podcast, but yeah, his channel he got his channel up, but he didn't get it going properly, and he was gone. Sad. 28 years of age. No age.
No age, mate. No.
No age, is it?
You haven't even got time to figure out where you are in life.
No,
28.
It's under 6
I
years
was an
old,
idiot.
you know. Yeah, really
I stood
sad.
in front of a judge when I was 28 once, and the judge, how old is this guy? And he's 28. 28. 28. As if it was an old man that should have known better, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know nothing at that age.
It is. It's really, really tough, isn't it? That, you know, and you know, there's lots of factors that, you know, but that's the way it is, and unfortunately, there's a lot of people in the world that are doing things that can harm others. Let's leave it at that, innit?
Do one of you guys want to select a flavour for the old dear's buns? I've got
What have you
several
got?
to choose from.
Oh,
Let's have a
there's
look.
buns.
Right,
What
we've
you
got
got?
the ones I've got some retro sweet flavours today. So we've got Skittles, Parma Violets. I'm going to do lemon sherbets, or what else have we got?
And you got any blueberries?
What is a muffin?
Yes, I've
Or
got
is that too
my
pot?
blueberry
What is
flavourings made,
Like a bun?
but I have got blueberry. Yes.
Oh, you got flavourings, yeah? I thought
Yeah,
you
yeah.
chucked a handful of blueberries
You
in
know
as
what a
well.
muffin is?
Oh yeah, I do. I've got homemade preserves and that from most fruits and that goes in with some
Right.
goes in with them as well.
Cool. Do you know what it is? It makes them.
And delivers them to vulnerable people in that area.
When we were kids, Doyle, you used to get a little blob of icing, didn't you? With them stupid little balls on that would break your teeth.
Oh yeah, crikey, them.
I remember
Hardly
them
any
gobs.
I
icing
think
at
they were
all.
invented by dentists. So sweet.
Yeah.
The icing, there was like a tiny bit, but now, if I'm honest, it's a bit too much.
Let me see.
I think we're going to do Parma Violet.
Do you
flavour.
do them like that? Do you put a load of icing on the top?
Yeah. They all get blobs on. There's only ones I don't put the icing on the top. Is one's called Jammy Joey's, which you do a sponge cake, Madeira, then you cover that completely in like homemade jam, and then you roll it in sugar and coconut.
Jammy
It's
Joey.
completely covered. Yeah.
Sounds like a one for Doyle. That. What do you reckon, Doyle?
Yeah.
Jammy Joey. He was a Joey.
All right,
last
mate, you have a
week,
good
and I'm
day.
sure Anna will testify to that.
That's Jake off to college.
Oh dear. Don't know what's
Some going
happening
out
here.
for tonight as well. Yeah, because the pandemic made me kind of get used to working from home. I don't really work anywhere else apart from the odd job what I get. Yeah, do most of the
Sorry,
stuff
just
from
give me a
home.
moment. Jesus, I don't know what's happening here. So who we got in Barry? Why don't you come up on the panel, Barry? Come on. George, just come on and have a little chat. Put
Yeah,
an
I've been
emoji
noticing
up.
Barry in both chats for the odd week and that. I like the cut of his jib.
That's a real northern expression, isn't it? The cut of his jib.
The cut of his jib. Aye.
So what time is it over there, Doyle?
Fuck me, I just flicked Ash into my tea. It's
Oh,
15:47.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Quarter
the
to
TikTok.
Yeah, more or less.
Anywhere near the coast there, are you?
Yeah, a few miles, you know. But,
Close enough to get really good fresh fish all the time, like.
Oh yeah, here, stop the lights. Honest to God, if you
Oh,
like
magic.
fish, you'd be in heaven here, you know.
do anything to make a good living there, won't they?
A lot of fishermen do very well.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You see, that them
Yeah.
sort of people do, don't they? What's it like for shellfish?
What's it like for shellfish here?
Like lobsters, crabs,
Lobsters, crabs.
you know, mussels, that sort of thing.
What's the big fish here? The main fish, I mean.
I love me crustaceans. I'm telling you, flipping out.
Come here when you make it to Ireland, I'll bring you to a fish restaurant. Pool
Oh, I've
cruise.
been to a
It's
few
not far
over
from
there,
the
but
house.
I'm sure you knew it's a really good
Oh,
one.
look at it. Lobsters,
But
oysters.
we get ripped off though, don't we, over
everything
here
I hate.
in
Yeah,
Ireland
we do.
and in the UK? Over there, I bet you could get,
Excuse me.
you know, you could get a
Not so bad
proper.
being near Grimsby.
Yeah, Grimsby's, but it's still dear, isn't it?
It is, but if you can catch a guy that you know that does the London runs and that, I mean, they still go down to, is it Billingsgate Market? The Grimsby vans every day. Every day you see them on the M1
Yeah.
travelling down like. So you can, if you know someone, you can get because we out
They're
here
still
we're
not
all
gonna
right. We
give
still
me
get
the-
deliveries.
the-
Big
top
fish place in
price,
London,
are they?
Elephant and Castle, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Big fish market.
Still going to pay through your nose for it, aren't you?
Yeah, it's just on the left as you come out through Blackwall, isn't it? Start going in that way. You can see it. If I remember rightly.
That's a problem, innit? You end up paying through the nose for it. Regardless,
It's good if you can get a nice
you'll
bit
get a good deal and everything,
fresh.
but I bet you over there, Doyle, you could probably pick a lobster up for a bloody 2, 3, 4, 5 quid.
Trying to think how much they are. We pay 25 quid for a lobster in this place.
25 quid there.
25 euro in Ireland for a lobster.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I was going to say. So Cromwell, if you get fish and good fish and chips in Grimsby, it's real cod.
In
It's not
Grimsby,
pollock,
yeah,
is
there's
it?
some really good ones. There's a few really good
right.
ones in Grimsby and that, and it's not so great now. There used to be a really good Harry Ramsden's there, which actually made the name. But like that sort of part has been redeveloped now, and but we get a really good one comes from, because we ain't got one in the village, and we're like 10 miles from anywhere. But we get a van that comes round on a Friday, Lincolnshire Fryer it's called, and they're really really good. You know, traditional dripping the frying and stuff like that. It was nice. But yeah, it's not too bad here for that sort of thing. Grimsby's really good. Clifford's and that, yeah.
Right. So
Just
Let's get some ingredients.
I gotta ask, lads, what's the weather like over there? Seriously.
Grey.
I'm just getting my food sorted out.
-1,
Freezing.
frosty grass. Oh, we have got a touch of blue coming through though. But yeah, we definitely got a frost.
Frosty grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe, you haven't seen snow for a while, I bet.
No, look at, there's an air conditioning here unit here, okay, and the lady can't have it on because it's too cold. So I'm saying to myself, Jesus, if she gets off a plane in Dublin Airport, she'll die.
She's gonna know about it.
When I lived in Tenerife, I came back
You know
to
what?
Manchester Airport in January.
Want to walk back up?
In January, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'd just been burnt terribly, and even though I've been there, I'm ginger, so I could still burn, even though I've been there a year and a half. And I'd met Carl Cox, the DJ, next to the pool, and I'd spent like 5 hours, just didn't want to leave his company because he was being that gracious. He was talking to us all and this, that, the other. So, and when I came back to England, I was walking through Lincoln on like a rainy January day because I've had to go and, you know, reintroduce myself to the authorities and this, that, the other. And my chest, I was in no top in a January that was raining with grey water, and I had to walk into this pub because I was in agony. I took my top off. I started peeling. And this lady just goes, "Oh, please allow me," and my whole chest came off nearly in one go. Yeah, gingers and Tenerife do not mix.
Do you smoke cigarette? Well, you smoke, yeah?
I do, but yeah, not very often. I've cut down on the tobacco, but I do still smoke. Yeah.
Well, I'd smoke about 30 cigarettes a day, roughly. And I never,
I'm about the same.
when I'm over here or anywhere warm, I don't have gullies. I don't cough at all.
No, not at all.
Back home for 2 days, I'm coughing my guts up. No.
Yeah, it's just in the morning for me, really. Get the motor going.
How many kids have you got, Barry, if you don't mind me asking? Has he got a few? They're good
little Barrys.
When, you know, in your little ones at school, when they're like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that sort of age.
Yeah.
What an age that is. God, I used
yeah,
to
it's all right.
I used to
and
have
they're
some
just
crap
learning
on
to be
my
bloody
phone.
cheeky.
You know, we played that game on PlayStation 2. This is how long ago it was. We played Scarface Until the World Was Ours.
All right, yeah. That's a blast from the past, that.
Yeah, we played Scarface Until the World Was Ours. And he kept telling all his mates at school so much so he's only about 8 at the time.
Yeah, so you get a call off the teachers.
That is what happened. How did you know?
Yeah. Oh well, we had a mouse problem once at his house, and Aaron, I think, was about 7.
Quiet. He likes to talk about his dad and his dad and him having the world that's theirs.
Yeah.
And that's the only time I've ever known him to be cheeky and chirp up a bit
Yeah.
too much. to
He was
teach
proud
his
of that. He was like, yeah, guess what? Like Aaron when he said,
Do you know
my
he
dad's got a
predicted
sniper
some
rifle and
stuff
he's
that was mad
shooting
on that
mice.
game? Like when the bloody shark come out of the water because we were running away from a gang. We went in the sea and he said, don't go in there, Dad, there'll be a shark. I said, don't be so silly. And the shark come out and bloody bit me. You know, it's like we hadn't seen a shark on the game ever. But no, it was only a PlayStation 2 game. We got from bloody, I don't know, what was it called, a car boot sale. And God, we had so much fun with that game. Every night.
That game would be worth £1 now if you had it.
We still
Worth
got it,
a
I
couple of
think.
quid. Have you? Yeah, they go
Every
for
night
some
after
decent money.
school, we were playing that. And it was like, because I've been working away for a long time. It was like a male
Cromwell's
bonding
banging away at
thing.
the oven there.
Sorry.
Honestly, it was like, because I've been working away 2-3 weeks at a time, and I felt like did a part, but you know, like it wasn't as tight as we was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we played that game, and I swear to God, it brought it all back. We were, oh God, it was just mad. He's a proper little shithead as well at that time. It's quite funny. But you know, they're the things you remember, isn't it? You know?
Yeah. Good memories, yeah.
New guru, what's up?
Mm.
So she's 11 and your other kids are older. Well, 11's a good age.
11's
You're
a good
about
age,
to
yeah.
experience
Right, Newton.
the difficulty of a teenage girl, Mr. Barry.
All them times you think you've been hilarious in your life, you'll realise that your kids were watching and they're hilarious too, but it's not hilarious when they're doing it back. Yes. Yeah,
Unfortunately, we're being ghosted most of the time.
I can imagine, like, but I also don't care. You know what I mean?
I don't either.
You know, it's like one person's force of will cannot dictate the whole flow of mankind. And anybody that thinks they have this great influence with their wizardy gift of fucking Kabbalist rhetoric because they're taken aside at an early age and taught how to fucking lie to the rest of us. I hope you are listening, you cunt. Fuck you.
Thing
Anyway.
is, it's like how
Have you watched Mike Lee's Naked, Cromwell?
Yes.
David Tuelis. That's you, that is.
Yes.
David Tuelis. Out of Naked.
Personally,
Very funny.
you know.
Hold on a minute. We've got all dogs.
Nice one.
Woof, woof, woof.
I
Are
would.
they bullies or pit bulls?
Oh no, I've got Springer doors and whippets, but they're still mental. I've got one whippet that's very vocal. He's just shouting at everyone.
Would
tools
you,
and
They lived at
you know,
17.
like to say that he talked to yourself, Cromwell,
Yeah.
and then all them conversations, and then he says that what he thought, you know, you'd, you know, so what other people do it on YouTube, blah blah blah, you know, but it's a nuanced conversation at the time. That's the latest saying.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell? So what? That's learning, yeah. That's enjoying the subject. That's learning other people the subject and giving them the benefit of what you've learned personally. And to be so snide about that tells me, just rings lots of alarm bells. That's why I don't entertain any of it.
Well, you see, I've started to observe it unemotionally. It's like if I was analysing him now, I'm just like, right, this is an obvious Kabbalist education. They're taken away and they're taught how to lie, how to obfuscate, how to bring drama into a conversation, and then ridiculousness, outrage, feigning fucking whatever, and then bring it back to the narrative once the damage is done. And it's all standard practice.
You Frank Skinner, Chris Collins.
Frank Skinner's good. He's a very clever man, yeah.
He's a big whippet man.
I didn't know that, no.
Yeah, big whippet man.
Yeah, we picked up Bruce about 5 years ago. He's 10 now. Off a friend who's gone back to work.
Forever,
yeah, they do. I mean, we've got 2 wrestling on the mat there.
Yeah. I was listening to Plastic Paddy there the other night. He mentioned one of his dogs died at 6. I think it was a Great Dane.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. They do have problems, don't they? Yeah, my mate's got a cane Corso, and they only live till about 7 years old, 7 or 8. And he's gutted now. He knows. You know what I mean? Do we need dog food? Yes.
Yeah, you can smell them muffins.
I know we'll be fine today then. Yeah. Yeah, you better. Yeah, it's cool.
Fucking away.
Where are you going?
I like a big
Now.
hard dog, me. I like a dog
big
that's
what?
hard as nails, and
Yeah.
chihuahuas are it.
A Rotty, yeah.
Chihuahuas are the dogs.
Yeah.
At 9 o'clock.
About 9.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Okay.
You've got to be at left like 10.
Okay.
You have to turn down it with the muffins.
Right. Yeah. Can you wake him up then?
Aaron, what is away?
Cool. Yeah. Jake got off all right. He's fine.
And I woke up with a migraine this morning. That's why I told Jake to stop battling the packet.
My mate's got a
Probably because somebody was slagging us off all night. That's why he's got an
curly-haired
headache.
lurcher,
There
and
Who's
it got
slagging us
attacked
up all
the other
night?
day.
Never mind.
You got what?
Jill,
No, he's still at it.
has he got no better to do than fucking sit and talk about me?
No, because his house
got
is
a
empty and
curly-haired
lonely.
lurcher.
He's just got to go.
What's a lurcher?
Oh, they're like a slightly. Have you ever seen the Bedlington Whippet? You know, the furry versions of the Whippet. Lurchers are like a big version of them, like greyhound size.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really good hunting dogs.
Very expensive.
Not round
I was in
here.
a
They're
pub
not.
one night, and
They're not.
a guy was telling me he was about to shoot
got
two
attacked
greyhounds the
by
following day. Anyway, I
Staffordshire.
adopted one. It was the biggest mistake I ever made, adopting a greyhound. It was just impossible.
Oh wow, yeah.
Couldn't handle them.
There's 6 mile a day you need.
Can I just put his next
Oh,
for yours?
Christ.
He got
And he
attacked
arched
by
his
a
back. He was like a
Staffordshire.
bullet, this guy.
And
God.
might have to get put down if it don't recover.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it might have to get put down because
Who's looking after him?
you know, like one of the bites was on its crown of its head,
Right. Yeah.
sort of thing. It got it, and they said that if it develops like brain injury, because it was acting all weird, you know.
Yeah.
But they
Virus.
said after the event, like they did all the stitches, they thought it had blinded him, but they said it hadn't. And then that was the Staffordshire, and the Staffy, yeah, that had done it.
Fucking
But
idiot.
apparently the
Really
kid
funny
that
lots
had
of
the Staffy,
experienced trauma, bless him.
well, the kid that had the Staffy, apparently he's into the dog fighting and that.
No,
Right.
no, no.
He
Well,
needs
it's a fighting
drowning
dog.
in a bucket of piss, then, doesn't he?
Yeah, basically.
Well,
Yeah.
my mate went round and kicked his door off.
I can't deal with stuff like that, and I don't. You know, the world's changed us all in the last few years. I've always been quite
My mate,
empathetic.
Placid, he said,
Oh,
you know,
right,
I
he
can't
could've
deal
done
with the
you-
dog stuff.
He said he could have done with you with me with some blades on, because my mate went round. He said I didn't know what I was going to do, and then somebody laughed at him through the front window.
Yeah, that'll do it.
They laughed at him, so he just ran forward and kicked the door in.
Yeah, when somebody's come there because
rang
their
the
heart
police on
hurts,
him.
it's not a good idea to laugh.
Rang the police on him, and he said no, the door was already damaged and it was already open.
Yeah.
Because he knew that the guy had other
Standard,
trouble.
yeah.
So my mate said that. He said it was already damaged back to the copper, and the copper sort of gave him a bit of a funny look.
Benefit of the doubt, but
And
yeah.
it was like they didn't make
No,
a
not
complaint.
benefit of the doubt. You can't prove
They make
otherwise.
a complaint.
That's the
They're
benefit
Well-
gonna
of the
get
doubt.
more of that.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. There's me looking at it like a book and not reality. Sorry.
They don't answer questions.
No.
But, you know,
You haven't seen
I
that,
like that American
Mr.
character.
In-Betweener, have you? The Australian thing, Marshall.
No, and I've heard something about that, but I've not seen it. No.
It's brilliant. Cops come to his door, you know, and he just,
there he
I
is.
don't answer questions.
Old
I don't
purple
answer questions.
split.
Oh, do you know? I might have seen some of him. Yes, I think I am. I have seen a bit of him. If that's the guy.
Very good. You can't get it though. It's not on. I think they had it on Fox.
Yeah.
I can't download it anyway. You know.
How you doing, brother?
Who have we got?
You've seen that Cromwell naked, yeah?
Yes,
Brilliant, isn't it? Brilliant, timeless. as
absolutely.
well.
Yeah.
That's
Very.
1994.
Is it? No, Christ.
Brilliant.
That's why I've seen it later in life, because I wasn't doing anything much in 1994 apart from being an arse. Literally, if it didn't have a donk on it, then it wasn't worth anything, really.
Or if it wasn't shoebox, I wouldn't live in it, you know. God, the 90s were a nightmare for me. Absolutely.
Very much on my own, but with a lot of people, but never been so alone, to be fair, the 90s. Surrounded by people.
That's the problem.
You're sorry?
You're gay.
Oh,
And,
yeah, you know,
keeps
mate,
saying
yeah. Big on the club scene. I've got a prosthetic arm
I was
now.
surrounded by
Yourself on the
old
panel,
drunks in their
Purple. Come on,
50s,
get up there.
where I lived in the 90s, and I used to look down on them. And now I've turned into one of them, you know.
Me,
Yeah.
if somebody's right with me, and there's an understanding. I had some, believe it or not, the people from Brighton that I used to do a bit of business with, and I said, look, no problem. I'm not that way inclined, so don't ever attempt to think I might turn that way inclined, because I'm not.
No.
And we'll just get along, no problem. Live and let live. But what it was, their friend didn't get that, and I was changing the light bulb, and their friend tried sticking his hand up the inside of my leg. Well, he got a fucking kick right in his nose.
There you
But
go.
that was their friend, not the two guys that I used to.
Yeah. You're very vulnerable there, Cruz, standing on a chair. You know?
up a chair or a ladder, mate, yeah.
I was up the ladder, bumped right on his nose. Why have you done that? I said, you tried grabbing me Corey.
Do you know, I haven't heard it called that in a good long while either.
Say that again.
I haven't heard anyone call it that in ages.
Well, you know, like there was a house full. It was in the kitchen, and they had a big, like, really beautiful place. One of them islands in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, nice kitchen island, middle class.
He was sat on the island, massive island, yeah. He was sat there, and I was at this big ladder changing light bulb. And they had a party going on at the time, big party, and kind of changed the atmosphere in the kitchen for a minute or two.
Yeah.
But he knew I wasn't that way inclined.
Hold on. I do apologise. She's just Alexis me from upstairs. There we go. Sorry about that. I've turned it down.
Right. But I've been living that.
Interesting phone.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that.
So you didn't wreck out the kitchen
thing.
then, did you, Tools? There wasn't plates flying everywhere, no? It was just a little jab with your foot.
Sorry, mate.
Just a little kick to the chin. Stop it.
Chin. Oh. Broken glass then.
I couldn't hear what you said then, Doyle.
See, with your military training, cool tools, you shouldn't have been in that position.
Strange stuff, you know. Like Steve Collins, always getting in fights, you know. Professional boxing in the 90s. Always getting.
Oh wow, there was a guy.
Yeah.
No, I'm not the massive boxing person, but I can remember the odd thing in that. And didn't he fight another one of your
Ben twice? Beat them twice each.
Yeah, that's it. Square head he had, didn't he? Real flat topped head.
Do you know what? He
rightly.
actually fought a guy from Grimby. I'm trying to remember his name now. We used to wear the black and white shorts. What the fuck's his name? Beat him anyway. Grimsby guy. He'll come to me in a minute. Neville Brown. Right,
okay.
Grimsby man.
My best mate, my little bro, he's his cousin. He's from Grimsby, called Levi. I'm not going to put his last name on the guy, and he's up and coming at the minute. He's had a few fights.
Levi. What weight?
Yeah, he's called Levi. I think he's featherweight.
Featherweight. He's turned pro, has he?
He's. I can't put my finger on it. I just know he's had a few televised ones, and he's been turned down for a couple of title shots, because his face doesn't fit in that. A couple of.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So he's British level already then.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Levi. Good stuff.
I think it's featherweight.
Did
Super lightweight. I'm not sure.
A lot of trouble away from the ring then.
Oh yeah, man. Jesus, if you had a road rage incident with him, he'd drag you out of the car and kill you. You know. big time.
Do you think he was on the old steroids?
No. He's just naturally aggressive. Put it that way. But,
Born angry.
He's a military policeman now in
what
London.
did
Right,
did
all
Eubank
right.
say about him? Eubank said he had a lot of heart.
And that he said he's a nasty piece of work.
No, Eubank said Steve Collins, I fought him twice. He had a lot of heart.
That part, yeah.
That's
Can
what
I do my
he's
Eubank?
No,
Lot
he
of
said
heart
he's an
himself,
Irishman.
Chris.
He had a lot of
Mr.
heart.
Collins was an exceptional boxer.
Brilliant, very good, Cromwell. I like it. My
There you
God,
go.
we're there.
Steve Collins, he was an Irishman. I fought him twice. He had a lot
I will gaze at him with my monocle. He will not know whether it is in the eye that works.
He had a
Yeah.
lot of heart. He had a lot of
There were
heart.
two brilliant fights. Two
Yeah,
very good fights.
Yeah,
The Ben fights were a bit one-sided, but
I met Ben when he was training
they
for
were
the second one when I lived in Tenerife.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
yeah.
I
He used to
wanted to
train in
meet Ben,
Tenerife.
yeah.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah, he did. He used
My
to
old man
play
knew
train
Ben,
at
yeah.
Global Internationals facility. He did up on the
Come here,
mountain.
tell me this, Cromwell. He's not that tall. He's about 5.
No, he's not. No, not particularly. I would say around 5'8".
He's with
5'8",
the Essex
5'9"
boys,
maybe.
wasn't he? 5'8" club.
That's right, Essex boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's he like? What's he like when you met him?
He was
Sound,
very
yeah?
approachable. I had a more pronounced
yeah.
lisp than he seems
I've
to have
had
nowadays,
people
but he
Right,
was
say
very
okay.
approachable.
that Ben
Yeah,
was a
nice one.
tosser in the nightclub.
In the nightclubs.
In the nightclub.
Drinks on you.
You see,
Yeah, I was selling
Eubank used
timeshare
to
and we had to
make
get people
himself
in
more
taxis. We could
accessible.
use him.
Right.
We were selling timeshare on the beach to Global, and part of our if you come and see the resort, Nigel Ben's training there at the minute, so they got to poke their head in the gym.
That's right. Yeah, I read his book. Apparently, he used to cane those iron pills big time, and run up and down those mountains in Tenerife.
Yeah, all day.
He
I
used to
think
do
it's the myth of the
mountains,
altitude,
didn't
isn't
he?
it?
He used to run at the mountains.
Is that a myth?
Yeah, Mount Tiepi or Tiedi, I think it's called.
Right.
Do you think when the oxygen goes down, and
Dig a bit
the
deeper.
difficulty goes up, the lactose acid?
Yeah. You remember
Yeah,
that
I think
McClellan fight?
that
Do you remember
gets
the
you.
McClellan fight
Pardon?
where he put him in a coma? He kept
Oh,
blinking
right,
and
yes,
blinking, remember?
yeah. That's the guy that he met further down the line, isn't it?
He overtrained a lot, though, didn't he, Ben?
Yeah, he was a nasty piece of work.
He overtrained quite a lot, didn't he?
Yeah.
In a sense, people say, "Oh, you should do," but no, I think the Message boys, Carlton Leach, they overtrained him. I think, and
They
he
trained
became
him?
reliant on steroids.
Steroids?
Yeah, Ben was on
I don't know.
steroids. Yeah.
Yeah.
They say that.
I don't know at the time.
No, they said that's when he did that.
Yeah,
He
you'd
went
like
up
to
and-
think otherwise. I mean,
Yeah,
getting into a ring.
I'd like
with
to think it was a
steroids,
bit
man,
more of a
No,
purist
because
era then.
they were trying to usher him out. They ushered him out in such a way, making out he had a bleed on
After
the
the
brain.
McClellan fight.
After the fight, yeah. So
Right.
he avoided the
testing.
testing.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
like getting into an ambulance back in the day if you were driving and crashed your car.
Apparently what the story was. I don't know how true. I never witnessed him take anything.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what they say.
What do you reckon about the big deal they're making of Cal Brook having a few lines?
Ah, well, fuck it.
What's the big deal?
That guy's a cunt though for doing that, isn't he?
His mate, inverted commas.
So-called mate, yeah.
Some mate.
Well, one of his mates fitted him up like.
Some mate. 20 grand he got for it.
Jesus. Oh, no.
Big.
But
That's not good
in
money,
a way,
is it?
that's Kel's fault as well. It's Kel's fault as well.
Yeah, but I mean, why would you give a fuck? Like, you're retired,
But you should still be thinking all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. You shouldn't let your ego let you relax to have people around you just assuming everyone adores you.
Anything
unless you
can
leave your
happen.
phone outside.
Yeah, there is a
Yeah,
bit of
but
that. You're
that's
coming
what
in here
happens.
and we don't know you,
You
mate.
don't have these footballer parties. The security take the phones, don't they?
Yeah.
There he
Look,
is
he's
on
not the first
purple.
guy
What's
it's happened to
going on
by
here?
a so-called mate.
Go on, man.
Hey, Cool Tools. How's it going, man?
I'm all right.
Morning.
Yeah.
Who's that?
How's things?
Let me see.
Good to be on, man.
Long time no
Oh, God.
see.
Yeah, just been listening to, just saw your stream pop up and
Cool.
I happened to be up, so I thought,
Thought we were
I'd come on and have a listen. See if you're
Got
chatting
a-
about something interesting other than football.
well, we just have a little bit of a morning rant.
Yeah, sweet.
See what's going on. So, what have you been up to? Anything good?
Not really. I mean, just
Same old.
just doing my
Very
thing.
faint there, cool tools. Very faint.
Pardon?
Not to freeze my ass off.
I can't
I
hear
just
you.
woke up. I just got up, yeah.
Freeze your asses up.
Right, the sun's starting to come out, but I'm freezing, so I've got to put a t-shirt on. I was
-1.
quite
I got
happy
Doyle.
laying naked in bed. But you've raised me from my
From his slumber.
What is that weird ass noise?
Yeah, I think it might be old Cromwell in the background.
Is that me?
Is he
Putting the
baking
raisins into
cake?
the dough there.
He's baking buns, isn't he?
So that might be me. I do apologise. That was definitely me.
Baking buns, Cromwell.
You dropped that wooden spoon, yeah?
We don't care.
Yeah, constantly staring at me, mate.
We know we're not getting any.
I'm just going to mute this for a second because it's about to go noisy.
All right.
All right, mate. Leave it on. No,
If I can,
leave it, leave it.
I'll leave it on. All right, look, I've only got a mix for about 10 seconds.
Good, nice one.
Thanks, mate.
Whip that up.
Sounds like a fucking dentist.
Peaceful sounds of the
Oh,
morning.
My
Mix
missus'
all right.
cookery lesson here.
Get that Hoover going.
There we go. Very little mechanical
So
agitation.
what's the story then,
Put the dough
Purple?
in, then raise and you whiz it
Have
up.
you
Hey, Purple.
been anywhere, done anything?
Hi. What's the story? Morning glory.
Have you been laid lately?
Yeah, man. And I've
That's the
got
one.
a few things on the go.
Right.
Here, Doyle,
Yeah, he
someone
sounds
tried
young enough
cracking
to be
onto my
well on his
missus
game with that, doesn't he?
over Facebook. Doyle,
What's that, mate?
And you'll settle down, all your hair will fall out.
someone
No,
tried
no, no,
cracking
no.
onto the missus over Facebook.
Cracking onto you on Facebook.
My missus, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You remember telling me that, yeah.
Only over the weekend.
Right.
I
Giving
don't
it
use
the-
Facebook much.
It's
But
Roscommon,
I don't.
no?
She does.
Just lately, I've been getting all these weird friend requests from all these girls in like Nigeria, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Ghana
I
and
think I know
Russia.
one. There's one. I've got a friend that is connected. They're all connected with, so maybe he's put them on to me. I haven't even spoken to him in ages. So
Some people just
They want
farm
your money
people's
off you,
friends
mate.
list.
yeah.
Right.
I don't know if he's done it deliberately, but like I'm just getting all these friend requests from these
Yeah.
Nigerian women, young
I
Nigerian
spoke to
women.
this
And it's like,
one Everest base camp guy and friended
Yeah.
him, and now it looks like I'm Nepalese on my Facebook. You know what I mean?
Oh dear.
Yeah, I was
you
just
wanna be
inquiring about
careful
one
with,
base camp tour.
people make all sorts of assumptions about you, and it's just like it often turns into this just question and answer fest where you just
Yeah,
feel like you're being vetted, and it's like, oh, do you work? Have you got a job? Have you got any money? Yeah, oh, fuck off then.
Yeah, that's basically it.
yeah.
Isn't it?
Cut to the
Don't
chase,
answer
yeah.
Anyway, no.
They're
You're a
profiling
gold-
you to see whether you got.
You're a
Play
bunch of
along
gold
sometimes
diggers.
for the laugh. I can get you some money, but I have to wait till my mother leaves the room so I can raid her purse. You know? When will you get her purse? Jesus Christ.
Do you want to say you want to lead them down the garden path and say, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm off to.
I'll meet you at the airport. I actually did that to a
Seychelles
Romanian
tomorrow.
years ago. I often
Why
wondered if
don't
she
you
turned
get
up.
a ticket and come and meet me?
Yeah.
Let them spend their
Tell
money.
him you'll send a helicopter for him.
Yeah, I
That'll
did
get him
that.
excited.
Ready to meet me at the airport. She could have been genuine too.
Cool tools. Can you
Yeah.
Can we just be polite? Like, can we just start at the start? I don't know. I'm not sure I know everyone on the panel. So could you just quickly introduce everyone?
Okay, we've got Doyle.
I've seen
know
you in the
Doyle,
chat.
don't you? You know
Doyle?
Doyle?
It's sober Doyle today.
Not really.
P. Doyle. No, he's from Ireland originally, but he lives in the Philippines. He's just got married to the lovely Anne.
Well jealous.
Is that the guy on the top?
Yeah, and then you've got Cromwell.
Cool.
I'm sure you've talked to Cromwell before.
In the
No.
chat and that, when you've been on, I've seen him in the chat here and there.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Nice to see
sweet.
you,
and
mate.
then
Fire
you've
on
got,
Cromwell
you've
then.
got
There
the
you are.
lovely, good-looking Cool Tools,
Awesome.
which is clearly a man of
Right keen beard.
A man of extreme character.
lots of character and
Good breeding.
Good
a
breeding,
man
yes,
with
absolutely.
many friends.
From the best stables.
Comes some excellent stuff.
Yeah, the
Cool
man
stuff.
that can conjure up a blowjob from
Comes sound like a horse.
anywhere in the country, even if it's from a horse with no teeth.
Yeah, Cold Tools is that posh. All his relations can't say fudge without sounding posh. Fudge.
I can't see the panel here.
Well, do you know what I think?
Would you
Sorry,
like
That's
some
the one
fudge?
that gets me.
Tools.
Think.
Who
Go
came
on.
on there? Who came on there? I can't see who's on the panel. Phone, so.
Purple Spliff. It's
New
called.
purple spliff.
Who? Perfect
He's from
split. Good man.
Bournemouth.
Nice to meet you.
So if you ever want a
Bournemouth.
holiday down in Bournemouth,
Bournemouth.
he's your
Bournemouth.
man.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think we
Sorry, Purple,
we
I
chatted
just
before,
rented your house
man.
out. Doyle's a good man to have around. He'll come and have some
Never
fun
been
with
to
you
the
for a
South
week.
Coast.
Yeah, he sounds like the salt of the earth to me, man.
Listen,
Most
top kid.
people are good people that come on.
And if
these
you
things.
ever need to go to Ireland and you
I
get
know.
to know him, he's your man.
I'd love to go to Ireland. It's one of my
Well, mate, I tell you
dreams.
what,
You
I
know?
need somebody
Never
to go to the house. I need somebody to go to the house anyway.
Well, why don't you get
Because,
fucking
do
Galvin?
you know what? It could be fucking squatters in it at this stage.
Oh, no,
you're
mate.
kidding me.
I
Stop
can't rely
saying
on a
shit like
neighbour.
that.
I can't rely on the other neighbour, and the
Are
cleaning
you
lady died.
serious? Get
Seriously,
Galvin to take a trip on.
yeah. He'd be about an hour away, but that's not.
So what? An hour's
Well,
nothing, is it?
He's got a courier business. One of his drivers.
Just
maybe.
gonna make
Give
some
you
coffee.
your
Bad idea.
peace of mind.
Wake up a bit.
Exactly.
Your peace of mind's
Some
worth
muffin
more than
cases.
an hour.
Drink some
Where-
water, you twat.
Doily, whereabouts are you in the country? Lancashire, Yorkshire.
I'm in the Philippines at the
He's in
moment.
the
I'm
Philippines.
from
I got the wrong guy.
from Dundalk in Ireland originally.
Okay. What brought you to the What took you to the Philippines?
The lovely
What brought
Anne.
me to the Philippines was the weather and the money and the
Oh,
nice lady here.
Well, the weather and
that seems good.
yeah,
the
cheap
weather,
living.
the cost of living, and the nice lady.
Oh,
There you
nice.
go. The trifecta of perfection.
So
Sounds good. What part of the
I said to
Philippines are
voucher
you in?
fund,
Like,
give me 6 months. Give me 6 months moratorium. I mean, I'm taking a 6-month moratorium to all my debtors.
Yeah.
Just to see how it goes, and it's going very well so far. So
I've never been to the
might be
Philippines
able to
either,
do
but
that.
sounds
And
lovely.
yeah,
Come over, mate. Come over.
I haven't.
The only bad thing is you're on a plane for 23 hours. For one
Sounds
short
bad.
plane,
Time,
few pints, go to bed. That's it. No.
Do they the planes that you can sleep on, Doyle?
No, mate. Unless you're, going to fork out a few grand for a first class seat.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
You're packed away on a coach
To
like a
get a
sardine.
virgin seat.
You got a 20 stoner on one side and a woman on the other side getting sick.
Oh dear. That ain't good.
Has to be done,
Well,
Yeah.
I guess it is what it is.
By the way, Marshall,
Yep.
when I was coming over this time, I was a mobile, very
Hey?
well looked after. Very well looked after.
know.
Stopped at Istanbul to change the flight. Wheeled to the pub.
No.
Wheeled to the smoking room. Wheeled to the next plane.
Yeah, he didn't
No
like
problem.
that video clip.
Hey,
Yeah.
Like
Mick,
that clip.
Mick Johnson's in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mick Johnson. How's it going, man?
Long time, Mick.
He's a cool dude,
Hey,
that
Mick.
one.
That's a blast from the
Seen him
past.
around.
Mick Johnson.
That is a blast from the past, isn't it?
Truck side, isn't it?
Yeah. I ain't spoke to Mick for a while.
All right, Mick. Mick Johnson. Not a bad actor. I haven't seen him around.
Oh, that's some good quality china there.
Just a coffee cup.
Oh, Oh, it's all coming out now, Cromwell. Loose posh.
I've literally been introduced to this authentic masala tea off the guys at the shop here in Bimbrook the last few days, and I haven't touched coffee in 72 hours. It's amazing shit.
Hmm.
What, giving up the coffee?
Right.
Drinking tea instead of coffee?
Yeah.
That's an idea. That might improve the quality of sleep.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sorry, can you say that again? I didn't hear you.
I only drink decaf.
That keeps you awake as well.
Yeah, this
Decaf.
No,
it's
it
a real
doesn't.
stimulant as well, this tea. Well, muffins are nearly ready to go in. There we go.
Sorry, guys, I just got my hands for a minute.
Yes, you
Yeah,
two
it's all
hands
good.
for a
Cool.
pea, cool tools.
Cool tools.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know. We haven't talked for a while, but I met back in November. I met a girl who's just completely
yeah.
changed my life.
Oh,
And,
wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
Fallen in
I
love,
remember.
and you know, did I tell you?
And what's happened with her
Yeah.
then?
Well, there's been a bit of a rumor going around that I've been dating Cameron Diaz, which I think is quite funny.
Yeah.
That a
Lucky
tip,
you.
Yeah. As long as
I'd
it's
like
not
to say
Gwyneth
it was
Paltrow,
true.
mate. She's a strange one.
I think she's hard work as well, yeah.
All them candles
It's
she
just-
made just for Chris Martin to buy.
Mm.
I don't suppose you guys have heard of a guy called Vincent Vega.
Vincent Vega.
yes,
Where's
Pulp
that ring a
Fiction.
bell from?
Vincent Vega,
Yeah.
no.
Pulp Fiction. Vincent Vega.
Is that Vincent? The character Vincent, is it?
Vincent Vega, yeah. The guy's
No, it's
brother
just-
from Reservoir Dogs.
Guy based on that character, but he's not much like him really. It's just he did a video he made a video about me about a month or so ago.
Is he famous or something?
He's YouTube famous. He's done loads of his own live streams, and he's quite popular
Okay.
in the auditing community anyway.
All right, yeah.
I've never heard of him, but
It was his fault anyway. It's his fault. He did a video about me, just about when I showed a picture of my girlfriend that's on a Facebook profile. It just happens to look she's done it's not actually, it is her, but she's done like a photo edit thing where like she's made herself look exactly like Cameron Diaz from The Mask.
So
You know
he's
that-
ran with it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And I've just gone, okay, you think I'm dating Cameron Diaz? That's fine. Just helps the.
That's all
thing
right.
along,
According
but-
to Brian Cox, you actually are in several universes dating Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
He is a
That's
twat,
awesome.
though, Brian
Shadow
Cox.
Man,
Yeah. No, I don't mind. I just, but the funny thing is that although we both, me and my girlfriend, we both use social media quite a lot. Me, YouTube, her more TikTok and stuff. But we didn't actually meet on the internet. Nothing. We just met on the street. So it was that old-fashioned, I just bumped into someone.
the
and
normal way.
Yeah, the old-fashioned way.
That
Yeah,
makes
that's
me
rare
feel
now, isn't it?
old as fuck.
It's just magic, man.
It's genuinely moved on, isn't it? When young lads like this, full of spunk and go, they're going, the old-fashioned way to meet girls I did this. I'm thinking, hold on a minute.
yeah.
Are we black
You
and
like
white?
to dance? No, wasn't gonna ask you anyway.
The quaint old-fashioned way to meet people, actually meeting people. It's so bad, isn't it?
Weird,
It's
isn't
good, though.
It was fate, though. It was destiny, because it was destined to happen. Because I actually prayed to meet someone a week before, and then it happened. And I'm not really religious, but I do believe in prayer.
Yep.
So,
I believe in prayer
It
for
works.
others.
Like
I believe if
drugs
you
is
pray
a-
hard for someone else with no self-intent, you know what I mean? I think things might work that way.
Yeah.
Is that what you think, Cromwell?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. To be fair, I think
Wow.
if you really well, you know a little about manifestation, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's how you know all these big rich twats and
Actually,
this,
the
that, the other.
manifestation thing is
Yeah.
flipping mental, isn't it?
It is a bit, but people doing it for personal gain and that, I don't think if you ever try and manifest anything yourself, not saying it won't work. I mean, there are people with space rockets and that had nothing that believe in this system. But I think it's a lot easier to manifest something for someone else.
Okay. Sounds cool.
I think
Right.
if you see someone that's got an old dog that's, and you're, I pray for their dog to be all right, something like that. It might not be all right, but it might just make it a bit easier. Do you know what I mean? You might give somebody a piece. I don't know.
Hey, Purple. Sorry, which video on Vincent Vega?
All right, it's the one. Oh, I can't remember what it's called.
But Vincent Vega, Cameron Diaz, that'll probably bring it up.
Yeah. It's quite funny, but she's not too happy with it. She's seen it and she's like she's not that impressed.
I bet Cameron Diaz wasn't too happy with it.
Yeah, I don't know if she's actually seen it either. But, you know, it wasn't me that started the rumor, so it's just people that put
but then
two
again, any
and
good
two
publicity,
together and came up with six.
Good,
you know?
Going out Cameron Diaz,
Right.
babe.
Tell me, Doyle.
Go on, mate.
Doyle. Does Celtic have his channel set up now? Doyle.
Yeah, go ahead.
Does Dean Celtic have his channel set up?
I don't know, to be honest.
You know Dean Celtic? Because he was meant to be setting his channel up and getting StreamYards. And
Purple,
somebody said something
when
on
was
the
it?
live
When was
the
it done?
night.
When was the video done? A day ago, 10 days
Couple
ago?
of, it was
His live.
a couple of months ago, Doily.
A couple of months ago.
The Dean,
I mean, he makes a lot of little videos that are okay, but this one was it's quite funny. And the strange thing was the weirdest thing was he made the video and then played it on the same stream that I'd been on about half an hour before. So he did it like so that fast. And I was like, whoa.
Taste of funny.
Shocked me. But yeah. There you go. It's good to watch, but
I don't know.
Rather get if you're on the truth.
Good to see you, mate. Long time.
Yeah, man. If you're on the truth, it's better to talk to me, and I'll give you the truth every time.
There are a few high trust communities on YouTube that I'm a part of.
High trust.
Yeah.
Never heard that before.
Yeah, well, the Bears are a group that's fairly high trust, and we all got thrown off YouTube back in the purge, and we've got our own media platforms now.
Oh, yeah. On Telegram.
Unbearables Media. Yeah, we've got actually our own servers in that. Unbearablesmedia.com.
Okay.
Go there.
Sounds interesting.
And anyone can join it and launch their platform through it as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a big morally allied community of every race, colour and religion, creed and no religion. Several people.
Awesome.
And if I do, and it's like I only popped online back onto YouTube to watch a couple of people that were concerned with that group we've all been in it for a while, because it was a nice little place, but then it kind of descended into somewhere that wasn't nice. But nice places do exist online. I mean, everyone thinks this cauldron of madness is there all the same. It's not. And now and again, good people get together and do something for no reward. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I know.
But unless you're exposed to that sort of thing, you think it's all this fake shit talk world where, like, you're going out with Cameron Diaz and I'm homosexual. But there you go. But Brian Cox will be loving that. You are gay in loads of universes. No one's going out. See. My lass is like, who's going out with Cameron Diaz? And that's how it starts.
Yeah. Is it that bad? Is it that bad though? Thinking people think believing people think you're gay?
No, not at all. I'm really not concerned with what if somebody I respect or I've met or I know thinks something about me that isn't true, I will probably care about putting them right on the subject because they've got a wrong idea of me. But if somebody online that doesn't know me is telling any falsehoods about me or anything like that, it really shouldn't bother you because one, it's not true, and two, it's coming from somebody that just doesn't matter.
Different worlds.
Yeah.
Different worlds, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking.
Yeah, he was last night. Like, yeah, but that's his go-to reach for thing.
Chinese whispers.
Oh, you watch his channel.
Well, no.
So you want to get a fucking bit before I go to his
Right, he's not here.
Well, I know where the
Yeah, right. I can't wait till the Antiques Roadshow goes to Brighton this year. I've got a mate that does it. Like, he's on the BBC crew. We'll go down for filming, see if I can be keep chief grip or something for the day. Hire a clown suit and some balloons. There we go. Yeah, the Antiques Roadshow, Brighton this year. Should be a good day out. You want to buy a balloon?
It's like the missus in the background.
Yes, she fucking can't stand him. She's from Yorkshire. You'll have to excuse her.
Oh. God bless Yorkshire lasses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's kept me in check for 18 years.
Wow. Sounds like a long-term thing.
Yeah, very. You don't get away. They're like, them things, them worms that are inside bears that they just go into the brain and the bear just happily lives ever after. Yorkshire women.
Live happily with the worm.
Yeah, you've got to. You don't want two of them, that's a fact. All these Andrew Tate types and these staunch Muslim fanatics and that with 16 or 17 wives, I mean, woof, wouldn't want to fight them. Yeah. Anybody that can keep a harem under control, that's my utmost respect.
I think three partners would be enough for me. Maybe two.
3. Yeah, but you're young. You'll learn.
You think I'm young? I'm not that young. How old do you think I am?
Not quite 30, but not far away.
Thanks. I'm in my 40s.
Wow. Yeah, there you go. You'll take that then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's full of such vigour. How's that happened? You must have had a good diet.
I don't get why you didn't think my name's Pixie.
Your name is Pixie. It's your actual name.
People always think I'm younger. It's nice.
So when you're saying purple spliff, you know what a proper purple spliff was.
Yeah.
Not the purple spliffs that are green that you get nowadays.
No, it's just those rare strains that turn purple at the end.
Yeah,
that's the ones I really like.
I tried growing a couple last year. What did I get?
Yeah,
I got some purple ayahuasca, which is can't remember what it's bred with. There is a kush in there, but it was meant to in our climates. If you could, that's why I kept it outside because I knew it'd be finishing October time, and I thought with the coolness below 16 degrees, it might actually turn the colour, but it didn't. It just went mute. It went about 10 foot.
Okay. Sounds like an amazing strain. Purple ayahuasca.
I think if it was done right, but I literally just like cast it to the wind last year. Do you know what I mean? I thought, right, there we go. We'll just bang one of them in the greenhouse. Let the neighbour try and find it.
Do you know what the purplest?
Right, guys.
Yeah. Do you know what the purplest strain I've ever seen?
Wow.
No, go on.
Purple punch.
Purple punch. Ooh, heard about it, never seen it.
I had that once. It's an
we
advanced
don't get much
hybrid
exotic out in the boonies.
from Cali. But yeah. No, I don't. It's lovely and fruity, but I only saw it come along once, and I'm I'm a little bit out of the loop nowadays. I don't know that many people.
You drop off.
The only strains I can get really at the moment are dog. either Star Dog or Chem Dog.
You're going
It's
to
a bit
McDonald's.
boring.
Oh, do you want me to fetch you anything?
All right, yeah, good one.
Need to meet some more. Need to meet some more interesting stoners who are more well connected.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, all the young'uns now. We've got. It's like one of my brother's mates. He's only a young'un, but like he's connected with all these American guys, and they're sending stuff across the internet all day, every day. Like, oh yeah, I got my thing from so and so. I'm like, you're mad, fam. We're still paranoid about asking for an eighth on a fucking messenger. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They just don't give a shit.
Yeah. It's all legal over there, isn't it? So you ain't got to worry.
I'm violent, but I'll deal with some other ones. They're
Got
going up the road,
Albanians
mate.
down your part of the neck of the woods, isn't it? Purple.
It's all what,
And
sorry?
here,
A lot of Albanians.
Yeah, I guess.
same here, mate.
I think that's where
Filtered
most of the
into Bournemouth.
Star Dog comes from.
Yeah, it's all the Star Dog, yeah. There's a couple of types of it that kind of really, when it comes, you just can't get rid of it. It's there forever.
Mm.
Anywhere
It's super
that's,
stinky. And
nice
it's quite
element
strong,
going.
but
Seems to be something a
It's
bit
just
different about it to me. Like, it's a little bit
Just
sit
the-
down and do fuck all-y.
yeah, the taste isn't too great. I prefer the
No.
fruity strains like strawberry haze, strawberry amnesia, or
Yeah,
pineapple
With a bit of
kush.
haze base, yeah. Or a kush
Yeah,
base, yeah.
haze
Yeah,
is
nice.
good. A lot of people don't like haze, but I love
No, just
love
the
them.
length of time it takes to do it properly. That's what. There's no money in it because you can't overlap as much.
True.
Like strawberry,
Yeah,
you've got a
'cause the,
14-week flower, haven't you?
Yeah,
Like
because
Shakira.
the sativas generally take they take longer to grow, don't they? And
They do.
they
You
need
can put them in flush
a
for
lot
a lot
of-
longer as well.
a lot of
Clean 'em up.
heat, and
have you
and they
much
grow a lot.
experience
They grow a
growing?
lot taller as well. So
Sorry, Told. What you say?
go on.
You have much experience of growing? It's all right, Doyle. Do what you got to do, mate, and then come
Yeah,
back
I was
on.
quite commercial up till 10 or 12 years ago in my life. I've made a lot of people quite a bit of money, but it's something I don't like to put out there.
Yeah, my
Cool.
mate was bang. He's really experienced, and
We had chicken sheds in Essex going, mate.
it was all going to go nice. But he was doing something of his own. I was absolutely nothing to do with it, and he got kidnapped.
Oh,
That nearly happened to me once. That's why I left Yorkshire.
That's where it was, West Yorkshire.
Yeah. It was some local, more gypsy type people that were going to take me than anybody foreign, like, to be fair, because they heard
Well,
what I was doing in several
Thing was,
places.
is somebody had sussed out that
What made me do it for them?
he had to grow there, and what he was doing, he was spending most of his time away from home, and he was spending most of his time there, so he wouldn't like back and forth all the time. He's experienced, but someone had sussed it out, whether they bugged his car, put a tracker on, I don't know, but they found out.
Well,
And then one
we
day
found
it's
out
just
in the
about-
end that a Channel 4 journalist was following one of our fucking links through companies, because we had a couple of
He was
building
just
firms
about to
and,
come out
and
the house
decorating
full.
firms that were putting the money in for it. They was trying to beat the recession, you with me? With a bit of
Anyone want a dog?
He was coming out of the
extracurricular.
house, they walked up behind him, under each arm, something to the back of his neck. He didn't know what, and it
Nope.
was like boom in the side door of this people carrier, and
Off you
they
go.
went.
Well, I got told that they were going to be coming to use me
what
for
he
a few
did,
months.
he was quite smart. He negotiated his release straight away. He said, "Listen, I'll sit outside in the van. You can sit with me while you crop it. Just cut it down, and take what I've got, dried or whatever. It's all in there. Take it, and then we'll call it a draw." And that's what
Well, I
happened.
just disappeared straight away and went to people that needed my services more than they did, and that would deal with them. You with me?
He knew
And
that
then
he
moved-
was like
moved
he
my
was on his
family.
own. Absolutely on
Yeah.
his own. It was just a total, like when a man's beat and he knows his beat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When you beat, you beat.
And he was smart enough to know he wasn't trying to slightly take the red plates or suss out who it was or try making a dodgy quick phone call or
Yeah, just games up, down with it.
he would have had contingency plans.
Yeah.
set up, but they weren't possible with how that was done.
No.
It was possible if they came in the house while he was in the house. He had a contingency plan, and that was to
It's
go
like
into a
Candid.
room which was absolutely fortified. It
Yeah.
would have taken 5 minutes at quickest to get in, and
Yeah.
he had other phones in there to ring out, and people stood by. But it didn't work like that. They know these type of things.
Yeah.
Experienced groups, so they got him as he was coming out of the house.
Oh God, absolutely. It's not. They don't do anything without a bit of research, mate. Do they?
But you see, the dumb ones go in the house.
Most people self-snitch anyway, don't they?
Yeah.
Stuff like
Yeah, a
that.
lot of people, they go in the house, try and do it. That's where all these murders happen.
Yeah, because people are going to battle at that point. You know what I mean? They've usually got more than themselves there. You know what I mean? A lot of people haven't separated it from family when they have a go.
But they have contingency plans made up of whatever description and, you know, weaponry and other things, however they do whatever.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just
Just get
say
these
weaponry.
headphones in. See if it makes a
Weaponry is
difference.
low on the scale, but yeah,
Yeah,
you know what
the
I mean?
operation I was involved in was a little bit more polite than that because it was so fucking under the radar, and these guys were already kind of established businessmen and shit. They're you know, small businessmen or medium-sized, you know, construction firms and stuff like that. I just put their heads together and found out a couple of their lads had skills that they didn't. That was it, really. So it was worth a bit of an investment, and they did fucking invest in it.
I knew
But,
someone. Did you ever hear of a group called the Satan Slaves?
Yeah, but what? I might be confusing that with a rock band. Go on.
Have you heard of them?
It does ring a bell for some reason. Is it a biker
Eh?
group or something?
Yeah, from
Right.
West
Okay.
Yorkshire.
Yeah. Now up there, you
I'm-
see Yorkshire, where Lincolnshire and towards Doncaster and that. There's a couple of groups. Now I have heard of those guys, but I don't think they're based in the Yorkshire area. I think they do operate there. But now
No,
there
the
was a
Satan
different
Slaves are.
Yeah, it was the Vikings that ran that area though. Doncaster and no, South Yorkshire, West Yorkshire. You're probably right. Yeah. Sorry to. Yeah, the Vikings a bit
I'm
further
right
south.
good friends with their main. You know, before it was pretty much heard of like it is now.
Yeah.
Growing. I knew a guy who was doing it like 10 years before you ever heard of it like it is now.
Yeah.
You know, like they were doing that. Honestly, it was like pretty much unheard of. You know, you didn't hear of it like you do now. I'm talking like probably 1990 or something daft. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, not as many people doing it then, so kind of they had to probably do a
They
bit
were
more,
doing it
didn't
on
they?
an industrial scale. They were.
Yeah.
That biker group, that was their main income.
That's when I left school, that.
1990, yeah. I left in 88, 89. But yeah, that was their main sort of thing, and he was their main kind of growing. I should have learned a bit more of him really than I did.
Yeah, I wish I'd have known a little bit back in the day.
The
when it
thing
was a bit
is
quieter.
I didn't want our relationship was based on motorbikes.
Yeah.
Motorbikes, yeah, fast bikes. Yeah, he's into his street races and all that, yeah, and he did a bit of off-road stuff as well. But he wasn't into like Harley Davidson type bikes and choppers and all that. He wasn't into that. Some of his colleagues were all into that, but he wasn't. But no, he was into the street races, and that was how we met. And that's what our relationship was kind of based on, if you like.
It used to be quite big in Lincolnshire as well around the time. Scunthorpe, bottom of Scunthorpe, Westcliff, there's loads of people involved in that.
So then he, as we got to know each other and he knew he could trust me and things like that, he told me what the crack was and what he was doing and how he funded his next bikes. He had like 3 or 4 10 grand bikes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Not cheap.
Like that. And in them days you could get away with it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And he wanted to plan the trip going pretty much round like up to Kazakhstan. Like, it was really like a bit wider than Europe. Yeah.
Is she doing a bit of a Ewan McGregor?
Sort of, yeah, like that. Yeah.
But without the pretentiousness.
he kind of was planning all that, you know, like that. And he wanted to do that, yeah. And that was the dream, and he could have easily done that, and I could have afforded it at the time. But the
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
was I got our lass's brother involved, but he had a bit of a breakdown on the old. He used to smoke a lot of solids,
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Me too.
and he had a bit of a breakdown. You know, his dad had died and stuff, and a combination of things. He got attacked for his motorbike. You know, and such a nice kid as well, you know, and I didn't want to go without him.
No.
So we put it on the back burner for a bit, and he went on an all-round Europe tour, did Mike, and he ended up doing a leg on a bloody scooter, a leg on a road racer, a leg on a fucking Harley, a leg on a bloody enduro
2
bike,
miles
a
on
leg
a tuk-tuk.
fucking, yeah, a leg on all different sorts of machines. All around
Motorcycle.
Europe like that. It was lovely, and then he ended up he joined up with them people that do that, like a, you know, in fast like a cannonball run sort of thing.
Yeah.
And he'd arranged with them to do the last leg with them in the motor.
All right.
Like that, yeah. So he'd done it all on bikes. He'd do his last legs in a car smoking a spliff.
Fucking awesome. There's some mad of them cannonball run things. I can't think of the names of them.
There's
So
a lot
that's
of
the
them.
generic term there.
But
there's one that uses tuk-tuks. They do like 5,000 miles in these tuk-tuks across bloody old India or something like that, and they end up on these. You know them like stupid truckers that go along them ravines and shit. There's like they go all around the crazy places, but you're allowed to modify the fuck out of them.
Is it called the Doily Woily?
Something mad crazy like that. It's got some bonkers ass name like. Yeah, you end up with a massive beard and no shoes at the end. All right. What? Yeah. Are you coming back for the muffins? Or am I sending Aaron?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
Go straight to McDonald's.
Yeah, I don't know why you sound like you're panicking.
No, go straight to McDonald's now.
We better put Doyle might have got lost in his computer here.
See you in a bit.
Bye, whoever you talk to.
He says he's turned
Pixie
on the
says bye. She's off.
He's got on porno.
Bye. Catch you later.
Everyone
See you
says bye,
later.
Pixie. Yeah, she's off to her trolling office now, MI6 branch office. Start running the whatever he thinks we're running for the day.
Oh God, she'd be on to
Isn't
me.
that
The
top
muffin
secret?
cartel. Yeah, muffin cartel.
She wants to prove that you're gay as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, we'll have to knock a couple of twins out again just to prove I'm not, won't I?
Yeah.
And everyone will go, yeah, but Michael Barrymore had a family and he didn't mind punching people in the bum. We know.
I had some mush trying to crack into my Mrs. Purple
Yeah?
on Facebook. Yeah, fucking.
What happened?
He must have heard from someone that I wasn't around the home. Yeah, around the
Right.
family home, and he assumed. You see, assumption is the mother of all fuck ups. He assumed that we'd split up.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You don't know what's happened, Jay. He's like somebody who used to be our neighbour's brother, our old neighbour's brother, and he used to be all right, to be fair. His missus used to fancy me, actually. But anyway, he split up with his missus and all that, yeah? And thinks he could get fucking cracked into mine. No. He gives it, you're looking as lovely as ever, to my missus over Facebook. Blah, blah, blah.
What is he, a creepy vampire from 1892?
Well, listen to this. She types back and said, well, Marshall might not be too happy with that.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you weren't with him anymore.
Oh, my dear, I like your herringbone corset.
Do you know what I like, though? I like the way she's come and shown me and told me. I'm quite impressed with that.
Yeah.
I always trust her anyway, you know. If they're going to do it, mate, they're going to do it, aren't they?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there's not a
sometimes
lot
you've got to
you
be...
can do about that.
You got to be careful that, you know, guys like him, they live in this little delusional world, and every time you figure out, oh, right, that's so every minute you've spent here, you've been looking at her thinking, oh, she really wants me, she has, in some sort
like
of cockney villain voice in your head.
Prick. He needs his ear clipping. You know, I think he might have heard something's happened to me, and he probably assumed we split up. I think I think he might know something's happened to me, because there's no way he'd have done that in the past.
Well, you say...
There's another kid I know would have, that did, And I expect that of him all day long, but not this kid, you know. I'm thinking, does he think I cracked into his missus, maybe? And he's like, trying...
I don't know. I think some people just chance it, don't they?
No, there's no point being insecure. Like,
No.
if, you know, I know my girlfriend loves me, so I don't need to worry and check up on her all the time and check her social media. I just leave it alone, to be honest.
I didn't check it. She'd come and told me.
So
You'll
I know
find
when I
most
see her,
women,
it's going to be real.
That's what I like. She come and told me.
Most women aren't impressed by being part of a harem or what colour your fucking Bugatti is.
Yes. It just kind of,
You know what I mean?
like the after effect. It has made me think a wee bit.
It comes down to it. Everybody wants time. They want to share their time with someone. That's what it comes down to. And if you find someone that's willing to share your time, and they will wake up in the morning and in their head, they're not trying to make your life any worse than it fucking is, take it. Somebody wakes up and you try and make their life just the 1% better every day, and they do the same for you. That's all you need.
Sure. I've got a lot of work to do. You know, I'm not perfect, but I'm working on it. I'm working on just tidying up my clutter, basically, and just not holding on to so much stuff from the past, because it doesn't really help. At the end of the day, it just gets in the way. I mean, a few memories are nice. Maybe stick them up on the wall or something.
What does the past do to you?
You know,
if it's a bad thing, it ruins you.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we were in a world where every time we went to the toilet, it didn't go down a pipe, we had to store it. Yeah? We had to keep it in a little pot and put it in a shed and this, that, and it's all right at first, but pretty soon you've just got a mountain of shit outside. And you don't know what to do with it. There's literally no point carrying anything that's fucking already happened. It's already shaped you.
We all... females are actually worse for it than males, you know, holding on to the past a bit too much.
Yeah, you can use it.
It's not, you know, the negative stuff is not good for your head.
Yeah, I did by accident.
No,
I'm not saying purple that you've got more female tendencies, mate, but you know what I mean. It is quite a thing to be regularly doing, because it does your brain no good, mate.
Yeah.
Remember the good stuff and try and forget about the bad.
True.
I think it's almost impossible to do that deliberately as well. I think you can visualize that sort of thing. Oh, I won't carry this bit of me. I won't keep dwelling on that. But you're going to.
I've got a condition that makes me do that, though.
Yeah.
I've just got a habit
of in a previous life,
holding on to things.
Everybody does it to a certain degree, mate. It doesn't make you. But you know, like you say, you've got to try and get rid of the clutter and the excess baggage that you don't need, because
in order to make space for the new stuff coming in.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Yeah.
I understand. I just got to keep doing it.
It's about enjoying life. And, getting them new experiences, and you know, you want to try and maybe make her. She got a son, did you say?
Yeah, it was adopted. But yeah,
well,
I've got a son.
Regardless, you know, you want to try and make a reasonable relationship with him, because that'll make things easier with her.
Sure. She definitely,
make an effort. Let's say
she would love that.
You know,
she's got a child.
Things we fuck up as men doing.
Yeah, she's got a child as well. So, you know, by somebody else. So we both in similar situations. But she sees hers on a regular basis. I don't. So it makes me feel bad every time.
Work, though, you've got to try and make sure you fit in. And those things aren't issues where they could be. Yeah?
I know.
Doyle, where the hell are you?
My 19-year-old lad who's at college is biologically not mine. Took him on at 18 months old, and he kind of saved me, mate. I've now got kids with Pixie. You know what I mean? We had twins and that further on.
Wow.
But I was at a point in my life. I had an older kid at that point. That marriage had broken down completely, and I was definitely on a path where I could have gone down. I've just told you what I was doing at work down south. I could have gone on any path I could have been doing 20 years by now. But I met her, and she literally just beat the nonsense straight out of me. You know what I mean? And she was like, "No, she saw something good in me, and then she did the work. You know what I mean? To kind of polish me up." But
Brilliant.
yeah,
Brilliant
good woman.
stuff.
Definitely you need one.
Yeah.
And you
Whether you're
talking
gay or
about
not.
it is a good thing.
I found one. I'm just trying to hold on. I'm just trying to hold on to her and
Yeah.
make
Even
sure
if you are
she doesn't
gay,
stray.
you need a good
Stray.
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
you got to try and relieve. It's a bit like pent up tension when you go to the gym and you lose that. It's same as talking about things, like relationships with birds and kids and whatnot. You talk about it and it does relieve you a little bit. It's just the same as getting rid of excess baggage and clutter, because you're running those things past people as well.
Yeah.
You might not always get
Take
the
the good
answer
stuff
you want,
forward. Take the
but you
skills
get
you've
an
learned, the
honest
good stuff
answer from
forwards,
us
the
lot.
knowledge.
Yeah.
You get an honest answer, and what I genuinely think, and I've had more than my fair share, let's say.
It's good to hear you more yourself as well, Cool Tools, because I could tell by the cut of your jib in the last week or so, you've not quite been yourself, have you? So for you just to be on alive and having a chat, you've obviously pulled your scent around in the last week or so from what's been going on.
No, I just you know what it is. A few times I've been planning to do one, and then
it's just not worth it. Yeah, I know. It just isn't worth it for the crossover.
Yeah, and it's just a load of bullshit to me. I can't be fucking arsed with it.
No.
When somebody's going to make up a load of lies as well, it's like, what the hell? And,
when people can't fight you with truth, it's hard. If they're not using truth against you, then anything's on the table, isn't it? They might as well say you're a fucking pineapple or something.
Maliciously, none of it.
Yeah.
I'm a pineapple.
It's like, yeah, there you go. You could be anything now. You could be anything, Danny. But
I'm a pink elephant.
Old school.
Such a meltdown, Cromwell.
Yeah, such a meltdown. But everyone else is allowed to have a meltdown. You know what I mean?
Cromwell,
there's an entire race of people that are allowed to argue like they're killing each other over business, over table, and then break bread and get on with it, and this, that, the other. Like nothing's ever happened, but we aren't extended the same courtesy. So I think that person's racist.
Well, you know what I say? Fuck them.
Yeah.
Simple. Just get on with your own thing.
We do every day. It's like we do.
I know,
exactly,
it's
like,
but do you know, like
I get a message now and again saying, "Look what this guy's saying about you lot."
Maybe not too far away could get drawn into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people feel it worse than others, and I get that, but
I think men and women deal with scorn differently. It's like we will move on, but then like the women find it a little bit harder to move on sometimes because when they're scorned, they want resolution. We can walk on without resolution, knowing what we know, but females find it a little harder. I think they require a little bit more validation emotionally sometimes, and then people end up. Yeah, people end up having to go in and chivalrously, or whatever reason, defend the females. But like it's just something that you don't need sucking into now. Like he said, he's got his niche. Nobody wants it.
Yeah.
I mean, 300 to 100 in a fortnight, regular numbers, and that kind of speaks for itself anyway, doesn't it? I mean, if that was an erection, I'd be sorely disappointed.
Well, everybody, thanks for coming, Barry. Thanks for coming, Mick Johnson, Cyberman, and whoever else is here. Obviously, Purple and yourself, Cromwell. We're going to just end it now. I'm going to make it backstage, and I've got a little bit of StreamYard left, or just a quick live
tonight.
Maybe later in the week. I'm going to get the unlimited $260 for a year. I'm just working out. It's going to charge me silly, isn't it, for the exchange rate?
It does a bit, doesn't it? Right, is there any... How simple is it to set up a channel, Tools?
It's not letting me use it though. I've got a dollar card,
I'm with you.
and it's not letting me. I was trying to buy something from a store in America, and it wouldn't let me because of the zip code.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Because on the dollar card, it wants your postcode.
I've got about 5,000 friends in America. If you ever want anything sending, and it's a high trust community. If you want anything sending from over there, I can get it done for you.
Plenty of them, but it was like just
Anything?
bloody pay for StreamYard.
More or less.
Like
Awesome.
the whole thing. But it was like just
Some
I'm
stuff
just
might
thinking,
come
what
through
the
Europe,
hell?
but yeah.
It was a bit silly
Good
to
stuff.
pay the $2.60, and I think, well, I used my dollar card, but it wouldn't let me do it because it didn't have a zip code box rather than a postcode box.
Yeah.
So I've got to mess around a little bit, but no, I'm going to do that, and then it's done.
How many hours do you get free when you start start a channel on the StreamYard?
20 hours a week.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Sorry, 20 hours a month.
Let's say I've got desktop here. If it's not too hard to set up a channel, I don't mind doing it just
Easy.
for like
Piece
us
of
to have a
cake.
bit of a chat now and
Yeah,
again.
just do it. Set
It is
up
I'll get
easy,
on it.
man.
24 hours. Go on and set up, and it gives you 20.
I will
You don't
say
have to
now
put
that
any credit card
it will
details in or nothing.
have a incredibly prolific ban hammer because I don't even want to see any faces. I have been keeping an eye out on who's been fucking sucking people's dick. I mean, I'm meant to be gay. I'm not the one sucking people's dicks, but there you go.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of people are sucking that unwaterproof hat, and I think we should just ban every fucker that comes in, and then at least we can move forward and have a conversation. Because if we don't do that, anybody that's still bouncing in and out of that fuck's fucking live is just going to come and disrupt the whole thing. It's always going to be about
it. Don't get involved.
There is a few, but they're just going to go over there and go, guess what? They're
Not
live.
everyone, though. Come on, then. That's a bit unfair, mate.
Yeah, I get that. Not everyone. No, I don't mean everyone blanket, because there are some people there that are all right.
There is plenty of snide people. You're right.
Yeah. So the second anyone is snide, this is what I'm saying on mine. I'm going to be a lot more ruthless.
Anyway, Doyle, are you coming in or what?
Because
night, guys, we're going to end it. Doyle,
yeah, take it easy, man.
There's the link. Get yourself sorted.
I'm gonna go privates.
And we will see you all next time. Hopefully, we'll have an unlimited StreamYard.
Big love, people.
Okay.
Catch you later.
Easy, everybody.